The victory of Muhammad.
It is true that cervical cancer is one of the most common in Ghana amongst women, and only 3.6% of women in Ghana aged 18 to 69 have ever been screened, and 4.3% of women 30 to 49, which is the highest risk group, have ever been screened for cervical cancer. And as a result of that, normally this cancer presents quite late and does not have a good prognosis at that point. Mr. Speaker, I believe that in addition to the contributions made by other members, is just simply to add certain things that women ought to look out for, just as a means of providing extra information, because this serves as a platform. One of the things that serves as a red flag as a woman is when there's abnormal bleeding in between menstrual cycle, in between the periods, and then also when there is bleeding after sexual intercourse. These are two things that women should be aware of and should be concerned about when they do occur. And with regards to breast cancer, women should get to know their breasts very well, and their husbands or partners should do same. It's usually advisable. The best time to actually check the breast is in the shower when there's soap and water, and it makes it easier for the hands to glide over the breasts so that one can feel if there are any lumps or bumps in the breast. And it would be also very important to add that when you do check the breast, you must also check your armpits, because the lymph nodes in the armpits are usually the ones where you have drainage from the breast as well. Other important things to look out for in terms of abnormal changes in the breast are when the nipples are inverted. So if the nipples aren't sticking out as usual and they start to point the wrong way, that's another thing to look out for. Minority Leader, please pay attention. This is important. In addition, one of the other things to look out is what's called the peau d'orange, where the skin appears like an orange peel. That also shows that there might be edema. Yes, an orange peel. I think we're all familiar with the way an orange peel looks. Yes. These are just a few pointers that we should look out for, simply to raise our awareness to what is not normal. And if you are not breastfeeding, having any discharge from the nipple is also abnormal. So these are things to look out for. So for the male MPs, please pay attention when you're with your wives and significant others. And the women, please get to know your bodies so that when something changes, you are actually the first person to know. When you go and see your doctors, please make it a point to bring your doctor's attention to all of these. And once a year, when you see your doctor, do ask for a cervical screen, or as well, just have your breast checked. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yo, it's here for a Majo and Makwaba at about Myshow NDC Hour media. So, and as you can the 5th day of February, the year 2025. This is my show on Today Ghana News TV. Today Ghana News TV. You will get us live on YouTube, search for Today Ghana News TV, and you'll be able to watch us live. And of course, we are also on Facebook, Instagram. We are on live, and we are also live on High 93.7 FM. The King's Radio is taking this show live, and the Sakina Information Center in Tatali, they are also taking this show live. And of course, Jaframa TV is also taking this show live, and OT TV is also streaming this show live. And then Youth in Action Facebook page is also taking this show live. And then the Young Democrats on YouTube, you can get us also live. Today, we are going to discuss issues surrounding the NDC, as you all know. And as Myshow NDC Hour, as you always know, we are there to promote the NDC. We are there to promote good governance. We are there to promote democratic governance. And that is what we are in for. And that is the hallmark of the NDC. Whenever the NDC is in power, the democracy of Ghana becomes solid. The economic vibrancy becomes solid. Everything within the corridors of Ghanaian economy begin to get life or to have life. And that is the NDC for you. I'm here this evening with our colleagues from Nigeria, the Nigerian NDC chapter in Nigeria. The chairman of the NDC Nigerian chapter is here. He's in the person of Mr. James Lati. And then he isn't here alone. He's here with the PRO, or the communication officer of Nigerian NDC chapter, Mrs. Judith Oluwale Kuwonu. Did I get the name right? Miss Judith.
Yes, you're right.
Thank you so much.
You're right.
Yes. So we are going to discuss issues about how NDC Nigeria is faring, things, what they have been doing, and so far now that NDC is in power, the contribution the NDC Nigerian chapter contributed as far as the election 2024 was concerned, and also seeks to know how they are planning moving forward now that their party is in power. What do they have in stock as chapter executives? So as we are waiting for them to join us, viewers know that if you want to listen to us also, you can listen to us on podcast, Anchor FM. This, you can get us on Anchor FM if you want to only listen to the audio. And of course, this program, if today is the first time joining us, kindly subscribe to our channels, like the page, and share the program to others. And don't forget to activate the notification button so that anytime we come live, you'll be able to be notified that, hey, Today Ghana News TV, Myshow NDC Hour is live, so that you wouldn't miss any of our episodes. Before we start today's show, I want to tell our viewers, or remind our viewers, that Today Ghana News TV also have a weekly newspaper called the Evening Tribune. The Evening Tribune is a weekly newspaper that is being brought to you every Thursday morning on your newsstands. And this week, which is tomorrow morning, these are some of the headlines that you are going to find in the Evening Tribune. He said, Dr. Nee Noy Thompson. Oh, sorry. Okay, the front page headline. It said, open letter to President Mahama regarding unfulfilled promises to the disability community. Disability community have written an open letter to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama regarding some of the promises he made to the disability community. As a Social Democratic Party, I think it is incumbent that we bring everybody on board, irrespective of the race, irrespective of who the person is or how the person looks like and all that. And this, if you want more of this story, you can get it on the back page of the Evening Tribune. And these are some of our other headlines. Dr. Nee Noy Thompson appointed chairman of the National Development Planning Commission. And the leadership of the new Patriotic Party stands in solidarity with the minority caucus in parliament. These are some of the headlines that would feature tomorrow morning if you pick a copy of the Evening Tribune. Now, let me go to my guests and see if they can be connected so we can start today's discussion. Yeah, Chairman, you are welcome to my show, NDC Hour. You've muted yourself. Can you unmute yourself, please? Okay, Alexa, Chairman would... Hello, okay, it looks like Chairman is not actually ready. Yes, Judith Oluwole Kuonu. Are you Mrs. or the Miss?
I'm Miss.
Pardon, please?
I am Miss.
Miss, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us on today. Thank you for joining us on Today Ghana News TV on my show, NDC Hour. How are you doing, and how is the NDC Nigerian chapter doing?
Good evening to you and your viewers. I'm glad to see you once again this year. It's been a beautiful year for us, for the victory for the NDC that we took, and the mandate that Ghana has given to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to paddle the boat once again, and this time around an overwhelming victory given to us as a party. I want to first of all say that we appreciate the Ghanaians, we appreciate Ghanaians for giving us this overwhelming victory, and the fact that we know that we need to reset Ghana, and that's the agenda, and having to give us the opportunity to reset, and they're giving us an overwhelming opportunity to reset the whole structure of the country. So we really appreciate this opportunity, and we are ready to support His Excellency Dramani Mahama to achieve this feat once again. And I want to say that Nigeria is poised for this victory, is poised to support His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We started this journey together by mobilizing the chapter. My chairman is in charge of the Nigerian chapter. So, you know, Nigeria is a big country where we have different states, about 36 states. And in all of these places, we have Ghanaians that are residents in Nigeria. And all of these people are business people that goes in and comes out, goes into Nigeria, come back to Ghana, and they are also business owners, and they are Ghanaians living in the diaspora. So we see ourselves as Ghanaians in the diaspora, but we contribute our quota in supporting the country and also building the economy of the country. So that is the space Nigeria space in the space of the NDC. And the support this last year, the last election, was very, very overwhelming. And we want to say a big thank you to the Nigerians, to the Ghanaians residents in Nigeria for their great support to the party, coming back home to register, also coming back home to vote, because we knew how we mobilized ourselves to come back and support this agenda. So we are really grateful.
Thank you very much. And talking about the overwhelming endorsement the Ghanaians gave to the NDC, now somebody will say the NDC today has a super majority as far as the democratic governance of Ghana is concerned. So far, in the first almost 30 days that NDC is in power, are you satisfied with so far the output? talking about the appointments of ministers and deputy ministers and CEOs and other appointments that the President, His Excellency, has made, and also decoupled with what is going on in Appointments Committee in Parliament. As a communication officer, when you sit back and you look at, as you rightly said, Ghanaians gave us this overwhelming endorsement because Ghana or the NDC want to restart every aspect of Ghana. Do you think that so far we have lived up to the expectation that Ghanaians have given us?
Okay, so then you look at the appointment so far by the Excellency, the President, John Dramani Mahama. And you know, in the past, I've been a party foot soldier in my constituency. Even before I left the country, I worked so much hard for the party behind the scenes and also outside the scenes. You know, the support that we give our party. I want to say that this is, for me, I mean, I haven't been too long on this earth, but for me, this is the first time that we're seeing the party really working on with the grassroots in the positions that we are seeing. This is also the first time we're seeing the party using working with young minds to be able to set the country. So we are very happy about it. I mean, so far it's been so good. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has not disappointed any of us so far. He has shown to us that he listened when he was going around to talk to us. He listened to us and is ensuring that we know it's a cake for everybody, but every bit of every slice of the cake is touching every tongue at this moment. We know that also that the positions that are in the country that will go around are a bit lot more, but this is just the beginning of it. For me, I want to appeal to those that are still looking forward. That, I mean, if you look at it thoroughly, it's about 6,000 positions that will go around like that.
Yeah.
And the moment it touches the hands of the right people, it will trickle down to every other person in wherever they are. We are not saying that everybody will have everything, but we're saying that the moment your region, your constituency, your people have a glimpse or a touch or a bite, it will definitely trickle down. And this is the first time we're seeing this. We serve the party, we know some disappointing periods, but we know that it is time for the reset. And the reset agenda has shown us that something different has happened this time. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has listened to us and is acting in good faith. So we appreciate that.
Thank you very much. We'll come back to you and talk a little bit about some of the key policies that the NDC or His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has brought to bear vis-a-vis oral and other stuff. But before then, let me go to Chairman James Latte. If he's there, then I can also welcome once again to Myshow NDC Hour. Please unmute yourself, and I think your microphone is muted. Thank you. Yeah. You're welcome, Chairman.
Thank you very much, and good evening to all our viewers and listeners.
Thank
like
you.
you rightly said, my name is James Latte, and I'm the chapter chairman for Nigeria. We have in the past, or I will say, NDC Nigeria came on board as far as about 1993.
Wow.
And since then to today, we have been on the moving train. This year happens to be a very remarkable year. Sorry, rather last year. happens to be a very remarkable year in the sense that, like my PRO said earlier on, the winning or the success of the party in winning the election was very, very overwhelming. And that's proved, or that went a long way to prove that Ghanaians really needed a change and also needed a reset. And I must say that our president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has really set the pace right.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the appointment so far, it shows that he is on the path to ensure that the right peg is put in the right hole. The round peg is put in the round hole, the square peg is put in the square hole. And you could see that most of them are young, like my PRO said, and that shows that he's injecting new blood and understanding into the system. So in a nutshell, our president has started well, and we are grateful to that.
Thank you. Some are of the opinion that looking at the kind of appointments His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is making now, he's actually grooming the next generation for the NDC. Do you agree to this assertion?
Yes, I must say that I agree with that assertion in the sense that if you look at the crop of appointments, they are all young men and young women. And that shows that he has seen the capacity in these young men and young women, and therefore want to have it well tapped and harnessed. So to me, I can see that he's building a crop of the next leadership of our party. The elders have done so much. I can't begin to name all of them. We all know the work they have performed. And he sees the need that let's raise many more new breed so that the party can have a continuous, input of leaders from time to time. So I see that as a very, very good way forward for the National Democratic Congress.
Thank you. Talking about appointments, there has been some release about the deputy ministerial appointments. I seek your indulgence to at least go through them quickly. I have with me here Minister of Finance, or Deputy Minister of Finance, Thomas Nyako Ampem. Ministry of Interior, Deputy Minister Ebenezer Okulete Talabi. And then Minister of Defense is Ernest Broja Jemfi, Deputy Minister. Then Deputy Minister of Education, Honorable Clement Abbas Apak. We have here Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, Richard Jan Mensah. And then Deputy Minister for Ministry of Roads and Highways, we have here Alasa Saibu Suhini. And then also Ministry of Justice and Attorney General, Justice Sram Sai. Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, we have Yusuf Suleimana. Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, we have Retana Odole Sowa. And then Ministry of Works, Housing and Water Resources, we have Gisela Tete Agbetui. And then also Deputy Minister for hold on 1 minute. Deputy Minister for Food and Agriculture is John Kofi Zeto Dumelo. And then Minister of Tourism, Deputy Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts is Yusuf Isaka Jaja. And then the last but not the least, Deputy Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Samson Ahi, Honorable Samson Ahi. So these are some of the deputy ministerial nominees that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has made today. And as you rightly said, looking at going through this list, you could see that the people are within a specific age bracket. Then one will ask, can NDC have any excuse for Ghanaians if we fail to execute the mandate as we promised Ghanaians?
Thank you very much for this question. NDC will not have any excuse whatsoever to disappoint Ghanaians. Ghanaians have given us the mandate. And I have said earlier on, the crop of ministers and deputy ministers we have seen so far tells the world that yes, these are men and women who are equal to the task. Let me just single out one person, Honorable John Dumelo. Honorable John Dumelo, we know, is an actor. We know he's a farmer. In fact, the day I got to know that he has a farm and I read a bit about it, I saw that this is a man who is versatile. Is, it cuts across board. And that shows that the president knows that if he puts the right people in the right places, definitely the reset he's talking about will be achieved. And so I am very excited that the people he is appointing and putting in the places to work are people who know their norms, are people who have the energy, are people who are willing and ready. And so we have no reason to fail Ghanaians. We must work and we must prove to Ghanaians that when NDC is in power, the economy grows.
Thank you. We must work and prove to Ghanaians that when the NDC is in power, the Ghanaian economy grows. Thank you so much, Chairman. So I will come back to you, Chairman, but before then, let me go to your PRO and then ask some few questions regarding the appointment committee. And of course, I will let you have a bite also on what is happening at the appointment committee, whether you are satisfied with how the proceedings are going and what the minority, the majority, the Speaker of Parliament and all this brouhaha. I will get your bite from that. So let me see if Comrade Judith is there. Now, Comrade, let's zoom close to the appointments committee in Parliament. Have you been following the proceedings?
Of course, I have been following the proceedings over the years.
And sitting back, looking at what they are doing there, are you satisfied with how the proceedings are going? What is your impression towards the appointments committee so far?
Okay, so when we look at His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's promise of researching, it began with him walking the talk because he promised that he was going to do a number of ministers and deputy ministers.
Yeah.
And he's still walking the talk and staying within the promise he gave. I know at a point the minority were saying that to apologize to Ghanaians and add more numbers to what he had promised earlier. But for someone like our Excellency John Dramani Mahama, you know that he would have done his research. He's a man of research. He's a man of communication. He's a man that knows what he's doing from the grassroots because he started with the grassroots.
Yeah.
So he knows his programs before coming. He didn't just go to opposition for 8 years and relax and say he wants to become president. He has done his groundwork. He's ensured that he knows his numbers. and he knows what he can achieve with a particular number. So far it's been good. The other side of the appointment committee, which people have been complaining about, is the minority side of it, where every little thing affects them. Everything that has happened in the past, they want to prove a point with it. And that seems to me like a distraction to the real fact of the issue. Because if we are on the ground and we know that these are appointments that has to do with the real issues of the bread and butter, when the appointees come, our focus will be that we want to scrutinize them to see if they fit into that office that we're going to put them. Not for us to leave the most important aspect of their issue and start delving into the other part that has nothing to do with our bread and butter issue. So those are some of the things that are not going too well with the appointment. And I'm happy that the leadership of parliament have seen that something is not going right with the current committee, and there should be whether a reconstitution or shuffling or whatever it is that the leadership has promised. I think that the next phase of it will have to see a new reconstituted committee that is more focused and dealing with the issues of the appointees so that we can get the best out of them.
Thank you very much. My question to you is the minority leader, which in the person of Honorable Afenyo Markins. Sometimes when you look at his demeanor, his character, his behavior, sometimes I find it even sometimes difficult to acknowledge him with the title honorable. But he has been organizing press conference upon press conferences, claiming that the majority is bullying them. From where you sit, do you think, or do you see it to be that the majority indeed is bullying the minority, or is the other way around? Your microphone is mute.
Honorable minority leader.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. The honorable minority leader, because when you call somebody a honorable, a lot is expected of the individual, and because they've been experienced honorable, a lot more is much more expected. And you're not a honorable, you're the leader of honorables. So a lot is expected of you. The area that bothers us as women much is, if you look at the past FY government of Akufo-Addo, you realize that women were very denigrated in that regime. At a point, I heard the president himself saying that the women in his country then were not intelligent. And that's like a big blow to us, because I mean, some of us work internationally. We are being recruited to go international to deliver a bit of the intellect that we have. But if you tell us that women are not important in your country, that's why you don't appoint women at a point in time, we have problems. Are those periods were periods that women were gagged, so we were unable to talk. Recently, I saw some women group, maybe if I'm permitted to mention their name, Be a Glow for Jesus.
Yeah.
Where in the past 8 years, we weren't glowing because we were gagged. If that group will tell us the truth, they know that they were gagged. They know they cannot come out to glow for Jesus. they will only aglow in their room. But here we are today, the same gathering that we had the past 8 years that we couldn't come out to speak out or say our mind has begun with the minority head, where he insulted a wife, let me call her mother, in the house, embarrassing her, telling her it is now he realized that the person that had been in parliament for the past 19 years or so, working and in her capacity as a clerk, is now he now realized that he belongs to a particular political party. He aligns to a particular political party when when the table turns the other way to him. So I feel that the Honorable Afenyo Martin has to really behave honorably so he can be respected because a lot of people are watching. Children are watching. We are learning from them. And this is a veteran or a committee that is open to everyone, home and abroad. So we should be able to see honorable acts, to be able to say these are people that represent our interests. And that part of the veteran is not too palatable and it's not too good for us to see because we see him most of the time getting angry, getting hysterical, and it looks like I don't know where the pressures are coming from. And he's been placed there. I think they realize he has the demeanor to quickly voice out and harass and bully and all of that. And that's what we've seen so far. It's not too good for honorable. Those are the areas I think that the committee, the new, the leadership of parliament needs to really pay attention to, so that the image of parliament will be put in the good light for people to see, basically.
Thank you very much, comrade. My comrade viewers, this is Myshow NDC Hour on Today Ghana News TV. You get us live on High 93.7 FM in Achint, Himan, and its environs. The King's Radio is picking this show live, and also Sakina Information Center in Tatali is also picking this show live. Jaframa TV and then OTTV, they are all streaming this show live. The Young Democrats and also Youth in Action, they are all streaming this show live. If today is the first time joining us, kindly subscribe to our channels, like our pages, and be part of Today Ghana News family. Let's go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, I will read the messages, then I'll go to our chairman, Chairman James Latte, for his thoughts on the appointments committee vis-a-vis the oral. So let's go for a quick break. We'll right back. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Producer, for this quick break. Now, let's see if you can read some of the messages and comments that have trooped in from our viewers and listeners so that I can do justice to those comments and messages. So, yes, this is from Robert King. Also, wow, I love the breast cancer education part That is true. The breast cancer education is very important. So it's good to have your wife's breast screened, you know. And then Robert Kinkwe again, he's watching us on Facebook. He says, congratulations, comrade, from Nigerian chapter, watching from Paris, France. Then Nanata Frimo is watching us on YouTube. Nanata Frimo, it says, watching from Tatali, Northern Ghana, and greetings from Sakina Information Center listeners. This is from Frimpong Befi. Frimpong Befi is watching us on Facebook. He said, watching from Akuse near Somenya. Thank you so much, Frimpong Befi. This is from Mavis Boatin. Mavis Boatin is watching us from Lisbon, Portugal. And then NDC Diaspora Union says, good evening, comrade. Kindly ask them for their opinion on the appointments. It seems the president has overlooked the diaspora. Greetings from Amsterdam, Holland. Asempahine Boache writes, he says, watching and listening from Achim Heman. The Lady Mar 2 is watching us on Twitch. Lady Mar 2 writes, he said, I am watching from St. Petersburg, Russia. Please ask them about their membership and how many branches do they have, or how many branches they have. I would do justice to that. I will ask them about their membership and branches. This is from Sikapa family. Sikapa family is watching us on YouTube. Good evening, Chairman Lati, watching from Jumapo near Koforidua. This is Kwesi Insia. Kwesi Insia is watching us on Facebook. Say, greetings, Alfred and your team, watching from Koforidua. Then Patience Darkon is watching us on YouTube. Patience Rice, say, watching from YouTube from Hamburg, Germany. Ghana Himfie is watching us on Facebook. Say, good evening. Greetings from Bosusu in Mpantiakwa South District. Then Jaframa TV watching from Urara in Uti region. Thank you for the collaboration. Kwekuyevo, good evening. They are glowing for NPP, not Jesus, watching from Suhum in the Eastern region. These are some of the messages. Because of time, I'll go quickly to Chairman. Then I would ask Chairman one or two questions so that we bring the show to an end. Yeah, Chairman, before we go to appointments, some of our viewers were asking, in Nigeria, how many branches do you have? What is the membership drive in Nigeria?
Right, thank you very much. Nigeria is quite a big country.
Yeah.
And one of the challenges we've been having is the fact that whenever the party goes into opposition, sometimes our people go to sleep, so to say. But presently, I took over as a chairmanship. I was a secretary. And 2 years ago, it pleased God to call our chairman to glory, and therefore I took over somewhat 2022. And between then and today, in Lagos alone, we have 16 branches in Lagos alone. And each of the branch has a membership between 35 to 40.
Wow.
There's a particular branch, which is Abule Egba. They are close to 150.
Wow. So
apart from Lagos, we also have branches in Akwa Ibom, in Edo, in Oyo, in Delta. And just yesterday, I got to know that we have a scanty membership at Ekiti. So far, we are reviving most of our branches that have hitherto gone to sleep. And the membership strength as of today is close to 600. The membership strength. We are close to 600.
if I get you right, how many states are you presently present? Lagos, you mentioned Lagos. Are you here, Abuja?
Yes. We have a branch also in Abuja, but not well coordinated. Like I said, when I came on board, the first thing I have to do is to ensure that the branches in Lagos are well solidified, because we have majority of us in Lagos. And it will interest you to know that from Lagos alone, we had close to 48 people, comrades, coming to vote from Lagos alone. So if you're able to solidify Lagos, you are ready to run. We have in Abuja, we have in Kaduna, we have in Kwara, but they are very scanty, and we are just trying to bring them up. So I hope within the shortest possible time, we'll get in touch with all of them and then revive the various branches in the various states that have hitherto come very low, so that we'll all come back on board.
Thank you very much, Chairman, for the good work you are doing. Keep it up. And then my next question to you, one of our viewers also wrote or asked about the appointment that has been made. It looks like the diaspora is so far nowhere to be found in appointments. Have you paid attention to that? And if yes, what is your view on that?
Well, yes, I have paid attention to that. One of the things I believe so much is in the fact that when you have a leader, you follow the steps of your leader. What do I mean by that? We have our international relations director in the person of Honorable Alex Sebefia.
Yeah.
And just recently on one of the platforms, I saw it written that those of us in the diaspora, we should send those of us in the diaspora who are interested in one position or the other should send our CV. Maybe that individual who has the question has not seen it, but I saw it. I saw it, and I did justice to that. So I want to believe that the president, in his wisdom, is taking time to also look into the issue of those the diaspora.
CVs,
because the truth is, yes, we came in our number from all over the globe. I know those who came from Italy, UK, Germany, Canada, all across Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, we all came. And the mandate we came was that the elephant might be pushed back to the bush, which we were able to achieve. And so having come to power, I know the president and his cabinet or all around him in their wisdom would definitely remember those of us in diaspora. I think it will be too early for us to rule out the fact that they might have forgotten us. I don't want to believe that. I'm sure they have something in the pipeline for those of us in the diaspora.
Thank you so much. Let me get a bite on this, then we'll bring the program to an end. Some are saying that the NPP, now they are in opposition. When they were in government, whenever they cry foul, it means whatever they are crying about, they are the same people doing same. For example, former President Kufuor put his presidency on the line to fight Galamsey. But in the end, they were the same people doing the Galamsey, and he was the same president whenever the Forestry Commission catch the Galamseyers. For example, Akonta Mines was caught mining in forest reserve. The same president came to say that he has not committed any offense. Now they are in opposition. The minority leader in parliament is crying foul that they are being bullied. From where you sit, do you see it to be that the majority is bullying the minority, or is the other way around?
Thank you very much. I must say that the NDC has been very lenient to the minority. If you cast your mind back when we were in the minority, you saw how the NPP treated NDC parliamentarians. And if we are to go by the rule of tit for tat, we will do much, much, much more against them than they are doing or than they did. But NDC happens to be a party that I believe strongly in my heart that we are a loving party, a party that understands, a party that believes in consensus, a party that believes in let us have discussion. Somebody said jaw rather than war. NDC believes so much in jaw. But if you look at the NPP, they are trying to overshadow NDC by their acts that they are putting forth. And that will not help them. I would have expected, for example, the minority leader, the person of Honorable Alex Afenyo-Markins, to come into a relationship with the majority leader.
The majority leader.
Because whether NPP likes it or not, there is no way they can overcome NDC presently in the parliament. And so it is better, or it will be better for him to humble himself and ask all his followers to humble themselves and speak in a way or act in a way that will bring unity between them and the majority. They are trying to bully their way out. Somebody said, if you kill a snake, you cut the head of a snake, and it's not the life is still in it. You see how it wrinkles itself. That is exactly what NPP is doing. Their head has been cut, and so they are struggling all around, causing commotion with statements, calling for press conference, things that need to be discussed amicably. You put it to the public. I remember when he made the statement about the fact that Honorable Ablakwa was smuggled in, and later on he found out that it wasn't true. So why must you jump the gun? Why not find out your facts? So
some say that he
NPP,
lacks emotional intelligence.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. He lacks it. And the earlier he learns to control his emotions, because you see, NDC members have been very lenient. Lenient in the sense that I was watching when Fifi Kweti was vetted some time ago, but by Honorable Oseche Bosu. And when I saw that clip and the questions Oseche Bosu was asking, Chairman Sambos was asking, and the way Fifi comported himself, you saw that NDC are people who are well comported, who are well organized. NPP should be well organized also in their thoughts, in their way of doing things. Look at the way when the issue of a slight misunderstanding came in, whether we will interview or will not interview. Look at the extent that they went. A whole minority leader, standing and then accusing and then throwing a hand here and there, appointing accusing figures. And he has some people around him like Jerry and some others collaborating what he's doing. That is not the right thing to do things. So I believe the NPP cannot bully NDC. We are not bullying them. We have been very lenient with them. And I hope they will learn. They will learn, like Atufosin told the Afenyo-Markins, that learn from me. I hope that statement had gone deep into him. He should humble himself and learn. When you humble yourself and you learn and you internalize it, once you are you go far. That is it. You have added the word. You go far. And if you want to go far without allowing pressure from behind, by doing what he believes is right, be himself and do what is right, he will go far. But if you take it the other way around, I'm afraid to say that he will shoot his leg. He will shoot his leg at himself at the leg, and that will be the end of his
Thank
career.
you very much, Chairman. Before I let you go, your last words in 1 minute. What do you have to say
my last word
chapter
is,
members?
I want to assure my chapter members that there's need for us to continue to be united. In unity, we stand. In unity, we forge ahead. In unity, we conquer. There should be no grumbling. There should be no backbiting. Let's be focused. Our president, in the person of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has a focus. Let us back him up in prayers, support him in every area that we can. Because if he succeeds, we've succeeded. He's resetting the economy. Once he resets,
Yeah, viewers, this is Myshow NDC Hour. I'm here with the chairman of NDC Nigerian chapter. He's in the person of Mr. James Latte and also Miss Judith Oluwale Kuono. So let me go to she is the PRO of NDC Nigerian chapter. Let me go to her and get her last thoughts so that we bring the show to an end. So if the PRO is there, you bring the okay. Yeah, Chairman, you were going to wrap up and the line went off. Can you please wrap up for me so that I go to your PRO?
Oh yeah. So I was saying that our president, in the person of His Excellency, has a focus, and is expected of us as comrade to support him. There should be no acrimony. There should be no backbiting. There should be unity. There should be oneness. And that is a message I'm sending to my chapter chairman and also to all Akasa, Nomia, that's all NDC members across board, at home and abroad. That let us be united, let us be focused, and let's support our president. And his
Thank you so much,
everybody.
Mr. Chairman. Chairman James Latte, the chapter chairman of the NDC Nigerian chapter. Now let me go to the PRO, Comrade Judith Oluwale. If she's there, producer, can you bring her so that I get her last words? Yes. Our time is fast spent, Comrade, but I won't let you go without asking you this, since you are the PRO. We've observed that the NPP is fan of, as it were, propagating fake news. As PRO, as communication officer of the NDC, what advice would you give to yourself or NDC communicators, NDC Communication Bureau, the National Security, and then Ministry of Communication? What advice will you give for us to fight this fake news that always the NPP propagates?
Okay, so I want to say that we are in the era of fake news, and the digital age has assisted us to even send more of the right information to the public. I'm grateful to the Communication Minister, Honorable Samuel George Nati, for going through the process of the vaccine, and I believe that he'll be resuming soon. And I'm looking at the policy that he's going to work with to ensure that some of these propagandists online, whoever knows where they are coming from, would be clamped on with all of the things they do. So I believe that very soon, most of them will be clamped on or clamped down on. so that it will be minimal. It wouldn't be like the way we used to have it. And also that I always advise that as a media practitioner that I am, most of the time when you get news from a source, you have to verify the source. You have to also check with the internet has done it so well these days that you have portals, the right portals to go to. There are some portals, I don't need to mention names, that when you see some news, you go straight there to verify because they don't perpetrate that crime. So you have to go there to really verify if what you've seen is correct or not before you can even agree. So there are so many fake news all around in town. But I would advise that as party people, when we see this and we know that we are not sure, we should go to the pages of our party. We should also go into some media houses that we know that are credible. There are lots of them around now to verify and be sure before we can also, because sometimes we also disseminate some of these news without verifying. We don't have to do that. We have to verify and check if the medium of the news is credible because of the propagandists that we have all around creating news to sell their pages. When we do that, then we can get the right information. So we'll not follow the crowd to actually also add our voice to propagating the wrong news, basically.
Thank you very much. Now, your last word, then we bring the program to an end.
Okay. I want to say that to the NDC diaspora, I want you to know that the NDC is a party that always remembers its people. If I start mentioning names of people that came from the diaspora, Honorable Atofort in the diaspora, Honorable Agboja is the diaspora, lots of them like that are diaspora that come to build the party back home. I know that all of us will get a bite of the cake, whichever way. And the best we can do is to coordinate ourselves. When the policies of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama comes to stay, even the diasporans will have a feel of it, because we know that there are so many sectors that we are aligned to. And by the time all of the sectors kick off the goodies that the president has for us, it will penetrate, at least it will go round us and we also get the dividend. And I want to assure us that the excellent John Dramani Mahama has us in mind, and as a chapter or as diasporans, he knows that we have contributed, and he knows that the cake will definitely get to us. So let's be patient and allow the first phase of things to go, and then when it's our turn, it will get to us.
Thank you very much, Comrade. Thank you so much for making time to join us this evening. We do appreciate our viewers and listeners do appreciate your input, your presence, and we ask that, as Oliver Twist always say, we always ask for more. Try to avail yourself very often so that we can have some of your intellect as far as the NDC Nigerian chapter, NDC diaspora, NDC as a whole is concerned. Thank you so much, Comrade, for making time to join us on Myshow NDC Hour. So viewers, this is where time will permit us. Thank you so much for making time to join us. Thanks for spending time, your data, and everything to watch us. If today was the first time of watching us, kindly subscribe to our channels, like the pages, and be part of this family. This show is Myshow NDC Hour. It is streamed live on Today Ghana News TV. And High 93.7 FM pick this show live, and the King's Radio also pick this show live. Sakina Information Center, Jaframa TV, OTTV, the Young Democrats, Youth in Action, they all streamed this show live, and many, many more affiliates that because of time, I can't mention them. Thank you so much for making time to join us. Same time next week, we'll bring this show to you. Without much ado, I say thank you and have a wonderful and a blessed evening. Bye-bye.
Ghana must work more efficiently.
John Dramani Mahama, 24-hour economy.